Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. You join us this week as we drive through the beautiful Caprivi region in Namibia. Today we are going to the bush camp at Camp Kwando, which is about 116 kilometers from Katima and just situated outside of the town of Kongola. Just be aware that although you book through Camp Kwando Lodge, the camp itself is about 30 kilometers away from the lodge itself. It wasn't long before we were driving through the small town of Kongola and we reached the signpost where we had to turn off from the tar road onto the twee-spoor tracks that will lead us to the camp. It's about 2.5 kilometers drive on a good twee-spoor track towards the camp itself, and there are signposts scattered along the track to ensure that you don't get lost. And it wasn't long before we reached the camp itself, where we made our way to the reception area where we were friendly greeted and we checked in for our stay. At the reception area you can also find a Wi-Fi hotspot where you can connect to the internet if you need to catch up on some news from back home. From the reception area it was 100 or so meters drive to our campsite itself. The campsites themselves are all nice, big, spacious and private, and there's a lot of trees around to provide you with shade. We were able to fit 4 cars and 3 camping trailers on our campsite, but that was already a bit of a squeeze. Each campsite also has its own private lapa area where you can come and sit in the shade or prepare some food. The lapas are well maintained and neat, and there is plenty of space to sit around in the shade, or if you need some protection from the elements, there's also a lot of space where you can prepare food or store some of your belongings. There's also a braai built into the lapa, as well as a sink and, as mentioned, some working area and a dustbin on the side of the lapa, and 3-point electrical outlets that work off a generator, so there's only partial electricity throughout the day. You're also issued with a bell you can ring if you need the attention of reception, and there's also a tap on the campsite. Of course, we started pitching up camp, and it wasn't long before we were all pitched up and sitting next to the river enjoying some spectacular views from the campsite. Each campsite also has its own private ablution areas consisting of 2 open air rooms with a sail around it. The one room is your shower area where you have a wash basin, a mirror and of course your shower, which hot water is provided via the means of a donkey, which was started twice a day by this friendly staff. And the other room is your toilet area where you have a flush toilet, a wash basin and a mirror. And as the afternoon drew on, we settled in next to the river and just admiring some breathtaking views. All the campsites are situated on the banks of a branch of the Kwando River, and they are all seamlessly nestled into the surrounds. You almost don't even know that they are there. Also, when you do spend time at bush camp at Camp Kwando, don't be surprised if you see the local elephants or hippo that roam the area. As the sun was setting, we got the fires going and settled in around it for a nice braai that evening. The next morning everyone got up at their own pace and had a nice coffee and breakfast before we got going the day. After breakfast, we made our way down to the viewing deck where you truly get a breathtaking view over the river and the surrounding landscape. This truly is the perfect place to come and sit and relax. And if you make your way further past reception, you get to the Mad Max bar area with a beautiful swimming pool where you can come and relax and cool down on those hot Namibian days. The swimming pool truly looks inviting, and you have once again some breathtaking views to admire. The bar itself doesn't sell drinks, but you are more than welcome to bring a beverage of your choice and come and relax. Later today, some of us made the 4-kilometer drive back to Kongola, where we stopped at the Shell service station to fill up the cars of diesel, and we visited the local metro store where we stocked up on some basic supplies. And it wasn't long before we made our way back to the campsite, where we spent some more magical moments admiring the view. These lazy afternoons are always some of the best times at the camp. Although not everyone was lazy, I had some running repairs to do, but that's all part of the fun. And all that was left to do was to admire another breathtaking Namibian sunset before we got the fires going and settled in for another awesome braai. We truly enjoyed our stay at bush camp at Camp Kwando, and I can really recommend you to stop there if you are traveling through the Caprivi. It's a perfect place to get into nature and just have a nice and peaceful time. As always, thanks for watching the videos. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, happy camping until next time.